If I'm Ruben, then you Clay Aiken, but second place gets nothing. So get up at this godforsaken booth. The truth is you sadly mistaken. Proof I'm better than layman. Shoot, I'm super.
MLW Fusion Alpha is back, episode 2. This episode was really fun. I really enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed it so much better than episode 1 for numerous reasons. But the first reason is for the first match. Arez versus Aramis. And this match, luchadors, man, when lucha is done right, is a blessing to the wrestling business. If you're interested in wrestling, in Lucha Libre, it's the first match on the show, so you're not going to miss anything. Just go watch this match. It was fun. It was really good. Aramis wins the match with the helicopter, what Cesaro calls a UFO. Mads Kruger cut a promo later. Well, I don't know where he cut a promo at, to be quite honest. But he says that Hammerstone has vanquished all of his contenders, but it is his mission to destroy him before Fightland. And that mission begins tonight, considering Fightland is literally next week. He needed to put a little bit more gas on this. You take your sweet ass time. But since we're here, let's talk about Alexander Hammerstone. Because tonight his opponent was Filthy Tom Lawlor for the National Openweight title, which is Hammerstone's title. Tom Lawlor the previous week wanted a title shot. He ended up with Hammerstone. These two guys went in there and they had a hell of a match. Hammerstone, Lawlor, another good one. Please go watch this match. These two matches, Aramis versus Arez and Alexander Hammerstone versus Tom Lawlor, great wrestling matches. Well worth your time. Lawlor, there was a great spot in the Lawlor-Hammerstone match where Lawlor was standing on Hammerstone's chest like he was laying on the mat, but he was laying up against the turnbuckle, the bottom turnbuckle. And Lawlor was just standing up on his chest and like pushing down. And then it did this great spot where Hammerstone powered out. Like he grabbed the top rope and was like pushing upwards. And it kind of like shot Lawlor over the top rope. And it was great. Like it was a really cool spot to show Hammerstone's strength. It was really good. Lawlor tried to call out some help. It didn't quite happen. Didn't quite work. Then he started to beg off. That didn't work either. The match ended up ending with a Nightmare Pendulum. So throughout the night, earlier in the match, they said that Alicia Atut was going to be talking to the winner of this match. And in doing so, Hammerstone went backstage to talk to Alicia Atut, and Contra Unit attacked him. During this whole situation, of course, it looked like Richard Holiday came onto the scene and tackled Alicia to protect her from Contra Unit. And I think that was very interesting. They've been doing this running gag with Richard Holiday and Alicia for a while now. So it's very interesting and it's not like he was even, like, my vision is real bad, but it looked like it was him, because I think I saw his earbuds in his ear. So this might be an interesting thing where he might actually be turning Richard Holiday babyface. That he saw Alicia was in trouble and he dived in to help her. That's sweet. How sweet it is. He's a little sweet on Alicia. He a little sweet on her. Anyway, we didn't get to see much of the beatdown the Hammerstone took because this is MLW. They don't believe that wrestling is a visual medium in MLW. They believe that about telling you things and showing you parts of things, and that's it. They don't believe in actually, taking their time and really showing what took place. All right, for the rest of the show, Cesar Duran was on the phone. Matt Cross came in there again and was bumping his chops about wanting a title shot because he feel like he's owed one. Cesar Duran says he doesn't like interruptions, but he does like ambition. So he decided he's going to give him a match against Jacob Fatu for the World Heavyweight title. And that will be next week. So Matt Cross, if you want to see Matt Cross get suplexed and absolutely crushed, that ought to be the time to see it. That ought to be fun. And it's actually going to be the day before Fightland, because I believe Fightland is that Thursday, if I remember correctly. I don't know when it airs. I think it might air that weekend. I think it's taped on Thursday, but it airs on Saturday. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. But I think it's taped on the 6th or something. Wait a minute. The 4th is the 1st. No, the 4th is the Monday. It's taped, I believe, that Thursday. And I think it's airing that Saturday. I'm not sure. You got me lying. Don't get me to lie. But this match will be on the Wednesday show. Which would be Alpha, Fusion Alpha. The next match was Alex Kane, the Suplex Assassin, versus Bud Heavy. King Mo walked Alex Kane to the ring, and he was counting Alex Kane's suplexes, which was minimal, to be quite honest. It was only like 4. Alex Kane wins with the Olympic Slam. He wins with the Olympic Slam, or what they call the Olympic Suplex. After the match, Bud Heavy flipped off Alex Kane, which was a big mistake because it, incentivized him to come back and give him some more suplexes. So that happened. And so then we get to NJ Nduka, former NXT talent, who says that he's built for this. He built for the business. And, it says that I am as good as advertised, and he's ready to take over MLW. All right. Then the final thing that took place on this show, worth discussing, is that 5150 talked about, you want to talk about injustice? Let's talk about the injustice to the Latino community. I was like, we're going to have that conversation all of a sudden. Okay. Anyway, they will be wrestling Injustice next week. I don't know if it's going to be on Fightland or if it's going to be on Fusion Alpha. I'm not entirely sure. But it will be 5150, which is the new name for LAX. I guess Impact sent a cease and desist or something. I guess they're not calling them LAX anymore. They're calling them 5150, which is so. All right, they should have known better. Come on, how you don't seem to get that you can't take other people's intellectual property and just do your own thing with it. That's why they had to change the name of Mil Muertes. Now they got to change the name of LAX. Like, what were you thinking? What? Come on, Court. You worked at WWE. You should know this. You can't take other people's IP, even if they're not using it. Even if they're out of business, you can't take their IP. Jeez. Anyway, this was a 2-match show, and those 2 matches are definitely worth it if you're a wrestling fan, especially if you're a fan of Alexander Hammerstone or if you're a fan of Lucha Libre. These matches are definitely worth watching. So go out your way and watch this show. And MLW seems to be pretty good. It's not trash wrestling. There's things about it that I don't care for, but it's pretty high level stuff, But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, donate to the channel. Thank you guys for your time, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Skin tone, so why attach yourself and piggyback the wealth you didn't earn or lack yourself? I'm telling you to own up to your own success and failures. It's a reason why these sleazy guys